Okay, I think we're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Trails in the Sky the Third. Um, we we last left off was a shorter session. I streamed that late at night, and I didn't want to be too loud because family was sleeping. So I was like, oh, I'll do a quick one because I just wanted to play a little bit of it. And we actually got basically a sun door down, which was the mini game of Gambler Jack and his story. Basically, we're not his story, but we just faced Gambler Jack in like poker and stuff, which was really honestly an interesting mini game. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool, but I don't know. It was the more like bewildering of them all. So yeah. But yeah, so we're gonna like continue because I think so far I got all the doors so far. Yeah, I just need to find more doors. I have to continue the story, so that's what I'm gonna do. But also, you know what? Let's change things up. I want to use Joseph for a second. Because we can get more Seth if that way.
I was not.
Okay,
prepared.
that's...
Enemy terminated.
That was a waste.
Later, corpsey.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Inadequate performance.
Whew. That I got a surprise attack. I call baloney on that, but whatever. Okay. And he lost all his EP. Oh my gosh.
Unbelievable.
And okay. Run! Oh yeah, here it is. Pater Mater? Yeah. Are you okay? Can you hear me? It looks like he can't. Oh no. Is there some kind of problem in his orbital engines? It looks that way. Whether that's because he's damaged or this world's power has rendered him unable to move, I don't know. Still, let's let him sleep for now. He'll wake up eventually, I'm sure of that much. How can you be so sure? Because he's my papa and mama rolled into one, of course. He's always come flying when he knows I need it. This time won't be any different. I see. Anyway, let's get going then, shall we? Maybe we'll end up running into something that'll help us get him moving somewhere in Phantasma 2. Yup. Oh my god. Enemy terminated! Okay, we need to revive her. Okay, that defense thing, ugh, it's a gamble. I think we're done with then with the Zet. Yeah, we'll have Agate.
We're good to go.
Oh, frick.
I'm sorry.
we go. Yeah, here we go.
Go! Stand down! Later, Corpsey!
Okay, let's see. Oh god, I hate those freaking gummy bears. Hoo! You will die by my hand! Because I got Richard up. Oh, another star door. Bring to me the playful minstrel and his closest ally against the beast they seek to overcome. Only then shall the door open. Oh, this is all. It's freaking Olivier. Oh, and it's close. It has to be Mueller. Okay, this is an easy one. Let me just make sure anything else in the area. Let me get a chest that's near here. Oh, that's not a chest. Okay. Okay. Let me go back to base then. Let me get good old Olivier. Boom, 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 boom.
Your aid, please.
No way!
Oh, I need. Oof. The Moby Dick. Yeah, how's your ornaments looking like? Oh yeah, they need some better ones. also freaking get some better defense. So that should be enough for him at least. Okay. Fine. Star door number. No, that's 7. You know what? Since we're here already.
That was the sword of Vander.
Yeah, we get it. That was the Sword of Vander. Number 8.
No way! Goddess, my thanks to thee.
Alright, it's okay. He leveled up. Okay, let's save before this. Here we go. Very curious on what this store is gonna be like. The Star Chamber. There's our bros. I shall grant to you a memory fragment and my blessing. One month after the collapse of the Liber Arc. Oh. The banquet to celebrate the crisis' successful resolution was over, with Estelle and her friends having largely left the capital to go elsewhere. One of them, however, Prince Oliver Rice Arnor, sat rather comfortably in the ambassador's office in Grantel's Erebonian embassy, his work in the country not quite settled. Oh, frick. I can't believe you. I mean, my deepest apologies for not noticing that you were His Highness Prince Oliver sooner. Oh. Oh, that's when he found out. Oh, I'm not surprised you never realized. I may be a prince, but my mother was a commoner. What point is there in bothering to remember my face? It's not as though I often show myself in the palace or attended high society gatherings. Knowing me certainly isn't going to help you in moving up the ranks, my friend. There's no need to be so humble, Your Highness. Besides, I'm actually rather grateful to you, Ambassador. You gave me all kinds of useful advice during my stay here at the embassy that I'm sure will be to my benefit in the future. Well-meant words such as act like a man of an empire for once in your life, and stop idling here, go home and try to do some damned work. Oh, fudge. Your Highness, Your Highness, I think you tormented him enough for one day. The ambassador behaved in the same way any other sane man would in his position. If anything, I say he was every right to be angry at us for keeping the truth from him for so long. But Mueller... I suppose you're right. I'll spare him any more teasing for now. I actually wasn't joking about grateful to you, though. You truly have done admirable work over the past month. I have? Acting as a pipeline with the Empire, checking the safety of Erebonians residing in Libero, helping the international line of service to resume. And those are only the tip of the iceberg. You've done so much more. You have my deepest thanks as the Prince of the Empire. I am not worthy of such praise, Your Highness. You, however, deserve the utmost for braving the danger you did flying up to the Liber Arc. All of what happened seems to to have caused quite the commotion in our homeland. So the people seem to be rather relieved now that they know the danger has passed. It's all thanks to your courage that they are able to rest easy. Oh, there's no point in flattering me, Ambassador. I just did what I could, nothing more, nothing less. And I couldn't have done acting alone. All I was able to accomplish was the thanks to the help of those around me. I'm fairly removed from the stereotype of Erebonians as stern, strong, and self-sufficient, if I do say so myself. As rude as it may be to agree, perhaps you're correct. And yet I believe your willingness to be flexible most definitely helped rather than hinder your here. I believe people like you are exactly what the Empire is going to need in the future. Regardless how may I feel about His Excellency, the Chancellor's approach. Ambassador. Well, this is a surprise. I was under the impression that you supported the Chancellor. Then again, you are a noble. Does that lead you to oppose his reformist policies, perhaps? I may be a noble on paper, but I'm only a baron. All in all, I generally fall in favor of his reformist policies. Be that as it may, while this may be just a result of being in Libera for so long and being influenced by the way of its people, I do sometimes find myself become frightened by his hardline approach. I can't help but wonder exactly what directions he's trying to take our old nation. Interesting. Yeah, it is. I am wondering, how big of a role or deal does this Chancellor Osborne have in this this world? Like in future games. Like they're heavily foreshadowing him. And I know we're not gonna I don't think we're gonna see him in this game. I really doubt it. I don't know if we'll see him in the Crossbell games. I am for sure he has to play a major part in the Erebonian ones. I think that's Cold Steel, I believe. So that's, I'm wondering how, like, is he like the big bad, like in this all or one of the big bads? Is just what I'm thinking. You know what's so funny? I love Olivier, and I was like, oh man, I hope we see him again. And I'm like, he's the freaking prince. We're gonna see him in every game, possibly. Like, I can't believe this knucklehead is one of the most influential and highest authorities in this game's universe so far. Holy crap, it's like ironic and comedic. Your Highness? Oh, I was just thinking that I'm quite glad to have taken the chance to engage in such fruitful talk with you just before departing the country. I pray you will continue doing all you can to ensure the peace of Liberl and its surrounding nations while I'm gone. Preferably in the cooperation with Ambassador Cotrain. Yes, let's not forget her, I suppose. Still, it's true that since the non-aggression pact was signed, there has been some progress with regards to the Crossbell problem. Oh, okay. Well, speaking of Crossbell, I'm getting goosebumps, and I'm also like chills. Like, what is the okay, I know what apparently from what I remember, the Queen mentioned that the Crossbell problem is that they're a small nation, but the way they're placed out and the way they are is very key to like all the other nations. So they want to take control of it. But while that's happening, they themselves, Crossbell wants to become an independent nation. So they're having that kind of problem. So I wonder if that's going to be the main point of the next like arc. And given that it was Libero who proposed said pact, that makes my role in future negotiations very important indeed. I presume that is what you're trying to say. You're a sharp one, my good man. Excellent. Now I can return to the capital with my mind at ease. Leave everything here to me, Your Highness. I will be looking forward to hearing what you have achieved back in your homeland. This truly is a country like no other. Yeah, tell me about it. Libero, like, I'm very excited to play the remakes and see Libero in its true, like, full potential form. And be amazed by it. Because I really like it. I'm sad. I don't know if we'll ever go back here. I don't know. But it'd be nice to. Especially, like, in later games and seeing how it is. Like, this is a cool country. Granted, it has its problems. It's not perfect. It has some dark secrets like any other country. I never thought the day would come when I would hear things like that from a noble of the Empire. Indeed. He's apparently somewhat less of an obstinate man than I thought he was. Perhaps this nation's very air has the power to gently change people. It seems to have an effect on you too. I feel like I'm seeing a lot more smiles from you these days than I used to. I love to admit it, but that may well be true. I still find myself wishing that you would learn from Liberian's dignity and sense of restraint, however. Two qualities you don't particularly possess in any measure. In fact, you have far too much of their opposites. You say that, but these qualities are the only weapon that I have. I don't have much that will allow me to compete against the Chancellor. I need to use what little happens to be tucked in my corner as best I can. Yeah, he's like, crap, he's right. Have there been any changes to our plans? None. We should be able to proceed as arranged. 3 days ago, the Chancellor left the capital on the tour of Eastern Erebonia. Tomorrow, you will be returning there aboard at Erisel, while you still out in the east. Oh. I wonder when we ever... what does he look like? All those who need to be aware of our return have been given proper notice. Your arrival in Erebonia will make a real impact. Of that I'm certain. What potential obstructions to the plan are there at present? Nothing major. There have been some movements in the intelligence division's FOP subdivision, but not much. There's a chance that everyone's being cautious because the Aircell is involved. There's a subdivision in their intelligence division? Man, maybe Richard was kind of right. Like, here's the thing. I don't think the intelligence division was a bad idea. It's just the way that Richard used it. And how fear and overprotection can lead to a man's corruption. In somewhat. He had good intentions by all means, but like... Whew. Yeah, that's crazy. But I put greater odds on the idea that everyone's just treating this as a pompous performance by you and not taking it seriously. Well, they're right to be, it is. I have no choice but to start here, even if it means I have to use the barrel. And I'm gonna put on a show. Why not put on the finest one in the skies I've ever seen? I suppose I can't argue that. Room service? I'm sorry to trouble you at this late hour, Your Highness. A message has arrived for you from Heimdallr. Heimdallr. What will you have me do? Really? Alright, come in. Pardon me. What the fudge? Well, if it isn't Lecter... What? Oh my god, we are seeing him again now? I was wondering where you've been. I haven't seen you all day. What? Secretary Lecter? No wonder he was a student council president. He's a freaking lazy bondo. He's a secretary? What the fudge? Wow, I thought we were gonna see him next game or something. No, we're gonna see him now. I've been exceptionally busy with the work since this morning, I'm afraid. I hope to be able to come and see you earlier since you've been leaving tomorrow. I'm terribly sorry for not being able to. Oh, never mind that. If that work of yours is done now, we three could always enjoy some sensual quality time together for the remainder of the night. Holy crap, Oliver. Please, please, what are you doing? You're just gonna sleep with every person in sight. Jesus. So, what was the message from the capital, Secretary? Oh, give me a second. Sorry about that. Had to get something. They acknowledge receipt of His Highness message. However, they didn't anticipate that you may be able to arrive all the way from Gransel in less than half a day. As such, they're currently in a minor panic trying to ensure everything's ready for the ceremony tomorrow. That doesn't come as a surprise. There's nothing like the Aracel when it comes to speed at home. Oh, how cruel. You both offer so defiantly ignoring my proposal, even though I am very annoying. Oh, Joe. It sounds as though the stage will be set in time. Now I need to decide on the outfit that will leave everyone's jaws on the floor to sweeten my arrival. Perhaps a glistening coat and white loincloth will do the trick. That'd make a great impact, alright. I almost wish I could go along and see it myself. Please don't encourage him. You show remarkably promised for someone so young. What do you say coming back to on the Aracel with me? I welcome your company. Your work here in the barrel is just about done as it is, isn't it? Your offer is certainly tempting, but I'm afraid I have another job to take care of soon. The thought is appreciated, of course. Really? Well, that is a shame. Wow, these guys are kind of like made of the same cloth. Like, holy, like Oliver's more of a wacky person who likes to do any chaos, and Lecter's kind of like chaotic, but he's more lazy than anything. Good luck with that next job of yours. Oh. Thank you. Well, if you excuse me. Oh my gosh, will you see Chloe? So that is Secretary Lecter Arundel, huh? Is it safe to say to assume he's one of the chancellors? Oh, most definitely, yes. Oh, ooh. Oh, he works for the chancellor. Also, yeah, I guess it's never been established. It sounds like the chancellor's kind of bad, like, especially with like some of his plans. He like very secretive, so. He came through Hacking Gate on foot and took up his new position at the embassy a month ago. Oh. And right around the same time, we headed to the Liberal Arc aboard the Aracel at that. There's no way that could possibly be a coincidence. No, it couldn't. Also, this takes place like a year after his thing in Janice. The most likely possibility just seems to be that he's part of the Tons Division. Yeah. Sounds about right. Oh, and that's why it must have like why the other two were there. What was it, Lily and Leo? They're probably part of his team or something. Are you sure not doing anything regarding him all this time was a good idea? Oh, absolutely. We needed some way to find out what the Chancellor was up to, after all. We'll probably get some kind of reaction from the Chancellor through his reports at some point. Probably in about 2 weeks when the Chancellor's tour has finished. You planned that far ahead all along, had you? Well, in that case, I'll be sure that we're ready. I'll be counting on you, love. Oh? Something the matter? Not really. It's just that the moon has come out. And what a beautiful full moon it is. Ooh, pretty. Even though it's pixelated. Kind of. Sorry, I need water. It's strange to think that this will be the last time we'll see the moon from here. Oh, yeah. Guess they're gonna leave soon, huh? Truth be told, I'm gonna miss it. Well, well, it looks like putting a smile on your face a little more often isn't the only thing Libero's done for you. It's opened up your eyes to life's natural beauty as well. But in all seriousness, we'll just have to do all we can to be able to come back and see it again one day. While we're both still alive. Indeed. The next morning. Your Majesty, Your Highness, I humbly thank you both for generous hospitality during my stay in your fine kingdom. You were even gracious enough to humor my brazen request of escorting me back to Helmdall about the Elisel. Oh, it's still a city, huh? This debt I owed you will be repaid many times over in the future. Rest assured of that. Oh, you need to think of this as anything we went out of our way for. Escorting an honored state guest back home is a matter of course. Particularly a guest to whom we owe a great debt of gratitude. If you ever have the opportunity, please do come back to Libero again in the future. I imagine Estelle and Joshua will be back by then too, so we'll be able to give you a nice warm welcome. I'm already excited for my next visit. Have they left the country yet, by the way? They're busy getting ready to leave over in Roland at the moment, I believe. I'm planning to see them off when the time comes. I see. Incidentally, while the ruins of Hamel are currently sealed off, I'll do what I can on my end to ensure they are allowed inside. Could I trouble you to pass that along to them? Certainly. Thank you very much, Your Highness. Oh, think nothing of it. It's the least I could do after all they've done for me. I owe you a great deal too, Cassius. If not for your assistance, stopping the armored division from crossing into Libero would have been simple as it was. I could say the same to you. Still, as I'm sure you're aware, the outcome will have been well within the realm of possibility for the Chancellor. I doubt he was even surprised by the incident. About that. Really? Most likely not. Erebonia had nothing to gain from using the situation to occupy Libero. Certainly not to the extent that it would be worth going out of their way to develop inefficient steam tanks. The only reason I can see for him doing what he did was a show of power to surrounding nations, a statement that even without Obel power, Erebonia's army could still act. I indeed suspect that was his true aim all along. Goodness. So you did notice. The orbital shutdown phenomenon was a complete unknown to the rest of the continent. Perhaps it might never occur again, but there's always a chance it might, whether it's here or somewhere else entirely. I hear the Empire only built a relatively small number of those tanks in all, too. Certainly not enough to launch a full-scale invasion. By the sounds of it, they were just putting it together in Rainforest's factories using pots intended for standard orbital tanks. But as it stands, the know-how to put together tanks like that only exists in the Empire. And in these unpredictable times, no other nation has the time or resources to try and develop extremely inefficient steam-powered weaponry. In a sense, because of what just happened, the Imperial's army's effect as a deterrent is even greater than ever. He's using war as a diplomatic tool, and very effectively at that. None of this has even occurred to me. I have a long way to go before I'm fit to be the ruler of this country. Oh, don't beat yourself too much about it. He's no ordinary foe to even the most hardened veterans. The Chancellor always seems to be thinking several steps ahead of the rest of the world. It's impressive no matter what we may think of his actual ideas. I'm quite the reckless fool to be trying to challenge him, if I do say so myself. Don't be silly, Your Highness. How could you say that with a smile on your face is utterly beyond me? You should focus on building yourself as a strong foothold to begin with. I do hope you be careful. No matter what may occur, be sure not to lose sight of exactly where you stand. Of course, Your Majesty. If I were to go and bring shame upon myself now, I'd be wasting all the effort involved in escorting me back home. I'll be sure to take what you said to heart. Excuse me, Your Majesty. Excuse me, Your Majesty? Excuse me, Your Majesty? Hilda? Okay, I forgot her voice for a bit. Whatever's the matter? It's not often I see you so flustered. My apologies, Your Majesty. It's just that a guest for you arrived all of a sudden in the castle. Ordinarily, I would not have rushed in you while we were meeting with the others, but the visitor is so irregular that I thought you should know at once. Oh. Irregular? How so? It sounds like it's about time I take my leave then. Actually, the visitors say he would like to greet you as well, and not just Her Majesty. What? Hilda, just who is this visitor? Well, he introduced himself as Chancellor Gilaf Osborne of the Erebonian Empire. Oh, dear God, we're gonna see him now? Oh, what the fudge? And there's Lecter. Oh, he does not look friendly. It's an honor to be granted a personal audience. I am Gileaf Osborne, representative of the Imperial government. My apologies for the abrupt intrusion. Oh my gosh. So you are Chancellor Osborne. Oh god, Chloe. Chloe. And it's a pleasure to see you again as well, Your Highness. It's been a year since we last met, has it not? I hope these passing months have seen you well. Yes, a year sounds about right. Still, while I hope you'll forgive me for asking, just what did prompt someone of your stature to appear at the castle without warning? I'd very much like to hear your side of the story. My apologies, Your Highness. You see, these past few days I've been touring Eastern Erebonia on routine inspections. It's been going very smoothly, more so than I had initially anticipated. I had enough free time in my schedule to pay a cordial visit. Oh my, is that so? Naturally, I would have preferred to come here while the crisis was still unfolding like yourself did, Your Highness. Unfortunately, the confusion in Southern Erebonia was simply too pressing a matter, and I had no choice but to deal with that first. This was the first chance that presented itself to come here and meet directly with Her Majesty, so I acted with the utmost expediency. I hope you'll forgive my lack of proper decorum and failing to give advance notice of my arrival. Oh, he's playing power. He's playing the power move. That does make sense at least. Oh, and this is what Chloe meant when she said, I didn't think I'd meet Lecter again in the most unexpected of places. Regardless, please don't concern yourself with me. No doubt you wish to offer your greetings to Her Majesty. My thanks, Your Highness. Well then, allow me to extend my most heartfelt greetings to both of you, Queen Alicia and Princess Claudia. It's abundantly clear that the crisis that unfolded here has been quite the ordeal for yourselves and for your nation's people. You have my deepest sympathies for the hardships you have endured, as well as my commendation for bringing the situation under control. I thank you for the kind words, Your Excellency. If anything, we should be apologizing to you in the fact that the southern side of your nation was caught up in what should have been our problem. We should have been the ones going to you, rather than having you trouble yourself to come all the way to Libero. I beg you to accept our apologies together with the deepest thanks for coming here today. I would never ask for apologies. I've heard what happened was the work of the shadowy organization stirring up trouble within your borders. While I meant well by sending a military force to aid you, I would have done something so careless had I known the truth of the matter. My actions were rash, foolish even, and I was rightfully reprimanded by His Imperial Majesty for them. Oh my. Fortunately, His Highness and the Prince was able to act with all due haste to put right my misstep, before even great harm was done. I owe you a great debt of gratitude for that, Your Highness. And congratulations, besides, for your part in bringing an end to the crisis. Oh, I did nothing out of the ordinary. I had a lot of help from Her Majesty, Her Highness, and the Brigadier General Bright here too. Bright, you say? Ooh. It's a pleasure to meet you, Your Excellency. I am Cassius Bright, a Brigadier General in the Liberian Royal Army. The pleasure's all mine, I assure you. Your name is rather well known even in the Empire. Not much as yours is known here in Libero. I would imagine it's an honor to be able to speak with you in person. And it's certainly a surprise to be able to, though. Coming here on one whim can't be easy for a man as busy as yourself. It sounds as though I may have underestimated just how capable you truly are. Not at all. I was greatly impressed to see the Royal Army's effectiveness in dealing with the tumult here. Your forces are proving powerful yet flexible, capable of dealing with emergencies ably and decisively. I might go so far as to say it embodies an ideal that the Imperial Army, with its swollen ranks, could never hope to realize. You flatter us, Your Excellency. For your part, I hear you're responsible for the establishment of the Imperial Army's famed intelligence division. Oh man, I wish Richard was here. Whew. Dang, this is putting a strain in my voice. army is in the desperate need of a new one of its own, so I find myself quite envious. It's almost sound as though the two of us want the other has. So it does. May I ask, Your Excellency, what will you be doing now? For my part, I intend to live in LaBelle today, so I'm afraid I won't be much around much longer. Yes, so I've been told. I believe you intend to make your grand arrival in Hamdallar among the famous NSL. I'm impressed you're already aware. I almost wish I could return to Erebonia on board alongside you. But alas, I'm afraid I have other business demanding my attention after I finish here. I'll be leaving the barrel separately this afternoon. That is a shame. I would very much like to invite you to this evening's banquet. Please, no need to go such troubles on my account. I feel as though I put you on not enough showing up announced as I did, to say nothing of dining with such esteemed company. Still, I do have some time before the airship I'll be leaving on is due to depart. That being the case, might I ask for a little of your time, Your Highness? I have a few things I'd like to discuss with you personally. Very well. I have some matters I would actually like to discuss personally with you as well. What a fortunate coincidence. Allow me to have a room arranged for the two of you to have their discussion then. Hilda, if you would. Certainly, Your Majesty. This is gonna be interesting. Dang, I did not expect to see him. Anders Mueller. It's so obvious that Her Majesty is quite a tea fancier, if this blend is anything to go by. The fragrance, the temperature, the taste, I'd be hard-pressed to find fault with any of it. I've always been more of a coffee man myself, but I have no doubt that I'd be content with a cup of this at the desk each morning. As much as I'd like to agree with you, I don't believe we're here to talk about beverages. So, shall we get right to the point? What did you want to discuss with me? I see your sojourn in LaBelle has proven most fruitful. Pardon? When we last spoke, you struck me as a bright, flexible young man, and no doubt you still are. But now, I see in you a resilient inner strength guarding those aspects. I'm sure His Majesty will be most delighted with your personal development. Meanwhile, I see you're the same fearless man as I always known you to be. Most so, even, the crushing aura about you seems to have only grown with time. It's as if you feed on the resentment of those who live in the territories you annex. Such harsh words, Your Highness. Personally, I prefer the term political unification annex carry such negative connotations, you know. Since the end of the 100 Days War, our army hasn't committed a single act of aggression. All our unifications have been entirely peaceful. Oh, you're quite right about that. On the surface. Oh? It's amazing how similar the annexation process is every single time it happens. It's sort of a small nation, an independent state with an array of problems beyond repair. Those problems start to worsen after witch Jaegers and other dangerous elements enter, plunging public order to an all-time low. Oh. Oh yeah, that's what he mentioned last game in SC. He was talking to the Baron about it with Estelle and company. I'll give you a second though. Problems start to worsen. Oh yeah, I already said that. Desperate for a solution, the local government requests that they help the Imperial Army before they know it. They're part of the Empire. Well, it's not as though I can't deny what you're saying. Each instance does share commonalities. Still, it's to be expected, and inevitable consequences of the age of unchecked growth and progress in which we live. The Imperial Army is simply acting in Empire's best interest, helping to stabilize our neighbors for the good of the Empire. And it's understandable that they would. I do find myself rather curious why the intelligence division members are going to such nations with such peculiar frequency. Well before the problems I described worsen, no less. I won't press as to where you came by such information, as curious as I am. But I will say this, at its most basic level, these actions are about risk management. It's because we've been acting to minimize such risk beforehand that the empires have been able to successfully quell each problem in turn. With a small price of earning the disdain of the people in those nations with an increased risk of terrorism in exchange. To tell you the truth, I'm rather astounded that you have the courage to come here to Libero of all on your own to begin with. After all, you made yourself the biggest target for terrorists in all of Erebonia. Your concern is touching, Your Highness. I would ask that you not trouble yourself with my safety. I employ some very skilled subordinates tasked primarily with eliminating the risk of terrorist attacks against me. Really now? That Lecter is one of those, I assume. Oh boy. A rather peculiar fellow, isn't he? But a very useful one all the same. Working out the scheduling for this trip and taking all the necessary precautions to ward off terrorist threats were both his doing. And thanks to his commendable efforts, I can depart for Crossbell free from worries as soon as I finish my business here. Oh, crap. Are you kidding me? Everyone's going to Crossbell. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, Ren's there, Estelle and Joshua's there, and now him? Okay, so here's my guess, and this is all in theory. I do not know anything about the Crossbell games. I promise you that. When Oliver said that this guy's been like, from what he's doing, he's making the small nations crumble from within by sending in Jaegers and like other problems, like false attacks or something from other places. I wonder if he's trying to do that with Crossbell in order to gain it as a territory for Erebonia. Maybe I'm just stretching it. I don't know. I'm just gonna put that theory in my head and out there because it seems like he's been using Jaegers. Because I think he's responsible for the massacre from the Heimel is what it's called that caused Loa and Joshua so much tragedy. I think he's responsible for that, and he used Jaegers for that. I'm assuming he's behind it, and Jaegers were used for that. Crossbell, yeah, okay, yeah, and that's... Are you surprised? I've been particularly participating in a top-secret discussion with a representative of the Crossbell government. Oh. Recently, a large amount of funding has been flowing to the country through Republican channels, pushing our allies onto the defensive. Ooh, there's too many players at the table right now. Okay, Crossbell, what is gonna happen there? I always meant to visit at some point, and this seemed the perfect opportunity. Are you out of your mind? Crossbell is full of enemies and different factions at each other's throats. Yeah. I hear it's now even a hotbed for terrorists and criminal organizations because of its position as a buffer state. I feel like we're going to see Ouroboros there for some reason, too. Does that really sound like a place the Erebonian Chancellor should be going, even on an official visit? I'm surprised to hear you advocating caution in the face of potential danger, Your Highness. After all, it was you who flew into an ancient city, at great risk to your own safety, and returned unharmed after surveying it. Compared to such rousing risk-taking, my visit to Crossbell will be child's play. As I'm sure you are aware, you're regarded as something of a hero back in Erebonia now. To see a hero make a grand return within his newly minted legend, and aboard the famous Aracel, no less. Naturally, our hero has also taken the time to ensure that every well-known newspaper and magazine are aware of his homecoming too. Oh, I have no doubts that your triumphant arrival will be every bit as glorious as it played out in your imaginings, Your Highness. Ooh, he's making him mad. Do be sure to capitalize on this chance as best you can to build yourself a firm foothold. I'll expect great things from you after all. Oh, crap. Oh, snap. Oh, crap. Scree! Hey, buddy. You haven't changed a bit, huh? Scree! Really? Sounds like a ton's happened, huh? But it's nice to see you and your master are doing alright. Scree! Lecter? Oh, man. Well, well. Good day to you, Your Highness. I pray I'm not causing any trouble by taking a tour of the castle like this. The view from this terrace certainly is beautiful, isn't it? What happened to you, Lecter? How did you end up working for Chancellor Osborne? I'm sorry. I haven't the faintest idea what you mean. Are you perchance mistaking me for someone else? Your name is Lecter Arundel. You were the student council president at Janice Royal Academy, which you attended before leaving suddenly 2 years ago. So no, I'm not mistaking you for someone else. Ah, but that's where you were wrong, because my name is actually Lecterundul. I can certainly see how our names could have been mixed up, however, they are scarcely close. Still, now you know, please just call me Lek. Don't try and joke around with me, Lecter. Do you have any idea how worried all of us were when you disappeared without a word? You submitted your notice to leave the academy, and then were never seen again. Even the otherwise calm Leo let out a cry of anger when he found out. And all Lucy could do was give a sad smile and say, "This is just like him," the whole time with tears in her eyes. Aw, okay, so they weren't with him. Aw. Jill and Hans were heartbroken, and so was I. Aw. Yet after all that, after all this time, you finally show yourself knowing full well that I'm here, and this is how you act, by pretending you're someone else. Lecter? Sorry, no need for this scary glare. You're still taking things way too seriously. Looks like it'll take more than stepping up as a crown princess to change that part of you. Oh. But you know, seeing you makes me feel kind of relieved. I always figured if someone like you became crown princess, you have virtually no freedom to do anything other than work. But from all that's reached my ears, it sounds like you're actually doing alright for yourself. And you even made some great new friends after I left the academy, didn't you? Nice. I sure did. Nonetheless, it's thanks to you that I was able to change at all. You were the one who gave me the first push in the right direction. I never got the chance to thank you properly after you left. But all this time, I've always been grateful to you. Well, consider me honored. Do I get a kiss in return? You do not. I may feel respect towards you, but nothing romantic. Aww, that's a bummer. There was me all taken in by how pretty you become, wondering if this could be the start of something downright magical. And what happens instead? My dreams of romance and sweet smooches are crushed into nothing before they can even begin. I know you don't mean a word of that, you know. You're looking very sharp yourself, though. It's surprising to see. Every time I see you before today, it was like that heavily frayed uniform worn in the most sloppy way imaginable. I think you find I was merely making a fashion statement. That wasn't laziness or slobbishness. Every part it was carefully calculated and considered to have maximum effect. The scary thing is, I actually believe you. You always seem like as if you care for nothing but having fun and causing trouble. Yet when it comes down to it, you are wise beyond your years. And I've finally seen the part of the reason behind that today. I'll ask you again, Lecter. How did you end up working for Chancellor Osborne like this? Just what happened to you between submitting your notice to leave the academy and now? Do you now? I have to admit, I never imagined that would be the case. On the contrary, I was expecting you to tell me to back off. Oh, adios forbid! What reason would I have to suggest such a thing? After all, at the end of the day, all positions are functionally the same. I'm not sure I understand. Do you not think so? Personally, I find it difficult to believe that you would not harbor some hatred towards Erebonia as it is today. A grand empire clinging to the glories of a bygone era, ruled by nobility and shacked by meaningless conventions. Am I wrong? Huh. People call me the Blood and Iron Chancellor, as though I hold the whole of Erebonia in the palm of my hand. But in reality, my position is far more tenuous. I have supporters and allies in the capital, certainly, but outside its walls, the nobility holds far more sway than any of them. And while it is true I hold a great amount of power in the form of the Imperial Army, Even then, I only truly command around 70% of it. Oh. Oh, crap. Oh boy. The remainder is loyal to the nobility, who has maintained their own private armies, with those factored in my advantage, shrieked substantially. So you see, I'm still very much in the midst of a battle to truly exert control. Which is why you're building railways all over the country to expand your area of influence. And you've been annexing new territory to the same end. As I've long fought, you clearly understand me better than anyone else. That is why I'll say this once again. Work with me, Your Highness. Ooh. With your support, our nation will be able to bring about real reform faster than ever. The noble faction, bloated with centuries of decadence, can be stopped before they even have a chance to unify against us. Oh, so there's like, oh, nobility again. It's like Black Clover, except there's a chance of a revolt with the nobility. But this guy seems like he's against it, though I don't know if that's really true. I can't tell. Surely that's not what you desire more than anything. Maybe he has his own agenda. Let me just ask a simple question, Chancellor. What connection do you have with Ouroboros? Oh crap, he's flat out asking. I'm afraid I'm not quite sure what you're asking. I will say this, however. I'm a firm believer in using every resource at my disposal in the name of achieving reform. Oh crap! Wow. So yeah, he was working with them. That's the way I believe in handling politics. Yeah. Okay. So I guess maybe he's doing the right. He has the right reasons, but doing it the wrong ways. I see. Well, it certainly does seem as though we would see eye to eye in many ways, and that's all the more reason why I'm afraid I must refuse your offer. Is that so? Yes, I find it difficult to like the rotten noble faction that exists in the Empire. Or perhaps you're right that hate is more appropriate word. But my feelings of fear towards your methods are far greater than my feelings of hatred towards the nobles. Ooh. What you seem to be doing is trying to compel Erebonians with a delusion of utopia. A delusive utopia. To whip them into an enthusiastic frenzy. Oh. I'm guessing he doesn't like the nobles, but he wants power, and I think he cares only about himself, and he wants to trick the people with a utopia that is far right delusional. No doubt, by successfully convincing the people the old god will fall into the metaphorical firesome created, and yet by then the gears will have already begun turning. There will be no satisfying the aroused populace with a thirst for revolution. The storm will just keep growing larger and more ravenous, engulfing anything and everything in its wake. You know this, don't you, Chancellor? But of course! After all, that's what I intend to happen. It's the first stage of my reforms. Oh wow, he's a mini-nit. Wow, he's not even... I'd be more than happy to share further details with you if you would decide to work with me, Your Highness. In the meantime, I wish you well in strengthening your foothold back in the Empire. Of course, if that's your intention, you'll find a necessity to work with those nobles you so despise. Crap. So if Olivier wants to get the upper hand on him, he has to work with those he hates. You truly do see through everything, don't you? Well, that sounds like the noon bell. The airship should be arriving soon. Which means it's time for me to take my leave, I'm afraid. I look forward to seeing you again in the capital in 2 weeks' time. Here we go. So what now? I take it the discussion's over then. What's wrong? You look awfully tired. Oh, nothing. I'm just feeling awed anew at what monster I decided to pick a fight with. Ooh. Ooh. Oopsie, I think it's probably about time for the airship to arrive. I'm gonna have to stop you there and get going. What? See ya, Sieg. Next time I see you, I'll bring you some Erebonian salami as a souvenir, okay? Scree! Oh, wait. Are you planning to just disappear without telling me anything a second time? Oh, got an important question for you. Did you fall in love with someone while I was away? Oh, wow. Hit on the nail on the head, huh? Aw, that's so cute. First love, right? How's that feel? Heart all aflutter one minute, end of the world the next? Don't you dare start teasing me. But you're right, though. I did. He rejected me in this very spot not long ago. Wait, you're joking, right? That is a coincidence I didn't see coming. I'm not sure about that. It feels like you know everything sometimes. I'm not some kind of all-knowing, all-seeing divinity. That's what makes the world so interesting to me. Aww. Oh. I'm happy for you, Chloe. Knowing the pain of a lost love is what makes a girl blossom, in my humble opinion. Do you feel like the whole experience let you get a step closer to the person you want to be? Oh, well, what about you? Do you feel like you're getting closer to becoming the person that you want to be? By being at the Chancellor's side? Kinda hard to do that when I don't have a person I want to be to begin with. I'm just sticking with him because it feels like it'll be fun. That's all. I've been doing it since before I joined the academy, in fact. You have? That makes sense. That prince is proving surprisingly capable, but he still isn't a match for the Chancellor. Tell him to watch his back, alright? So that he doesn't get swallowed up by that monster after he gets tired of dancing. See ya. Wow, dang, this guy's something else. Oh, wow. Goodbye, Lecter. Wow. That is insane. Who's that weird guy in the back? I don't know. It's like, they look kind of like too important. Thank you all for waiting. The Calabria International Liner, bound for the Principality of Remiferia, will be departing momentarily. Please mind your footing when boarding. He just bowed goodbye to the country. So that was the Blood and Iron Chancellor. I can't believe he went out of his way to use a civilian airship when he probably has a private one of his own. Oh wow. I heard rumors about how out of ordinary he is, but he lives up to all of them. Dang, scares are here, huh? He keeps me on my toes, to put it playfully enough. Him aside, thanks for coming all this way to see me off, Scara. I was lucky I just happened to have business here at the right time. Feels like this is going to be the last chance we get to see one another for a while, after all. Rather unfortunate, as my dreams, as it always was, to live away my days in the lap of luxury surrounded by women as beautiful as you. Well, good luck with that. Changing the subject, though, who was the young man at the Chancellor's side? He didn't strike me as your ordinary guy. Oh, you could tell. But of course, I say I'm used to running into people who are ordinary at this point. We sure find enough of them. His name is Lecter Arundel. He's a secretary who was sent here by the Imperial government. Apparently, he was the one who planned out all the details of the Chancellor's visit to Liberl. I can't pretend to know how much regarding his background, but he's exceptionally skilled at what he does. Actually, I know a little. What? Oh? Is that true? Yes. Claudia explained that Lecter once attended the same academy as her and had served as student council president. Okay, I am so glad she told him that, because I wouldn't see why not. I don't, like, sometimes in anime and games, they like, oh, I want to keep this to myself because it might cause the other person trouble. No. This is like concerning the country, so yes, tell them. I do wonder what was the purpose of him being there, because he knew that the princess would be there? She also mentioned that about his sudden disappearance after the Academy Festival 2 years ago. Unbelievable. Then, someone connected to the Chancellor had visited Libero first. Then he's fairly likely to have his own variable information network established here long before I even came up with the idea. I think it's safe for us to assume that's the case. Which also means that it's safe to assume he knows every detail about all that's happened here since. From the coup d'etat to the crisis regarding the Oriole. All of it. Wow. Oh, wow. Yeah, they must have known all about that. This man gets more unbelievable by the minute. Give me a second here. Oh, man. This is wild. Like, actually wild. I wonder, like, how is this going to play to infect Libero in itself? Like, I'm always wondering that. He actually gave me a message to pass on to you earlier, too. Watch your back so you don't get swallowed up by the monster when you get tired of dancing. Well, he sure knows how to sting when it hurts, doesn't he? I feel like I see a whole new world of pleasure opening up before my eyes. He should know better. Getting outdone at every turn like this is really not my style. What do you mean? Captain Schwartz, I have a little favor I'd like to ask for when we're in the air. Oh, snap. Oh, new music. I'm rather impressed with how Prince Olivet has come along. No matter how he chooses to act from here on, he will have his uses to be certain. You would say that, given that you think of everyone as your pawns. There is me, the prince, that society. Indeed, and I'm much the same. We are but pawns of the vast game board that is the Empire, where a thrill like no other will take place. Oh, crap. But because you, too, wish to see how that game plays out, that you've chosen to stand with me, is it not? Well, hey, what can I say? Just don't forget this piece right here might not be loyal forever. And such a betrayal would be perfectly fine by me. Or did you honestly think I never considered the possibility it may happen? Just though I thought I'd come out and say it. What the frick is going to happen? How are the other Ironbloods doing, by the way? What? They're all doing very well by the sound of it. At the rate these things are going, there's a chance all of the prince's efforts will be for naught. The other Ironbloods? What is happening? This is more insane! Perhaps I ought to hold back on him a little. You sure don't pull any punches, do you? You know something? I wouldn't write him off so easily if I were in your shoes. What? Oh, what the heck? Yo! Well, hello there, Chancellor! What? Oh! Oh! What the fudge are you doing? These look like... Rose petals. If you look out of the windows on the right-hand side of the airship, you'll be able to see the famous high-speed cruiser, the Aracel. We've been informed it's on its way to the Imperial capital with Prince Oliver on the Erebonian Empire on board. But he has also given us a message to relay to the passengers all on board today. I give thanks to Adios for the good fortune to have been able to meet you today. May your journey be filled with beautiful roses and her blessings. And of course, may your journey to your homes be a safe and pleasant one. That marks the end of his message. Wow. Wow. Oh my gosh. He just flipped them off. I never thought there was a bigger dumbass in this world than me. And yet here we are. Very well, debaucherous prince. I look forward to seeing what you can do. Show me how long you can hold out against me. Ooh. That was amazing. Side story, Return to the Empire finished. Oh my god, that was the greatest story of this game so far. Like, by far. Divine Eye, 7,000 Mira. Holy crap, that was an amazing door. Like, out of all the doors... Yeah, this is the best one. Like, even, like... Like, I think it's this, then Chloe's, and then, like, Estelle's and Joshua's, but man, that was amazing. Like, that was by far the best story I have ever seen. And of course it involved this freaking knucklehead. Divine Eye. Scent, Eagle Eye, Information, Septium Vein, and Luck. Oh my god. Okay, I probably would give that to him. That was the most biggest impactful door yet because it foreshadows so many things. Like, what the frick is gonna happen? I didn't mean to. Why did I travel back here? Why did I do that? Actually, while I'm here, though.
Take that! That was the sword of Vander.
We have to go. Crap, that was in... these things are annoying a little bit.
Take that! Enjoy the show.
Go! Stand up! We're good to go!
Alright, let's set back and just get Richard and Ren. Boom, 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 boom.
Leave it to Ren!
Leave it to Ren!
An adequate performance.
Sounds like Virgil, bro. Like that, you can't tell me that it's like, that doesn't sound like Virgil. Show me your motivation. If he says that, I'm gonna, like, laugh. Let me save too. Like, holy crap, that was a great door. Gyrodino? Oh, that's probably good. Yup. What's this one say? She sighed in a way that was half frustrated, half disappointed. She never cared about money. Why would he try to win an argument with it? She can only stay quiet in her mind. My husband is an idiot. Go, 3000 Mira. What does this one say? Empty. Someone must have taken the chest phrase that used to be in here. My gosh, someone stole the phrase.
My, that's easy.
Oh yeah, Reese learned chain 3. lost Sephiroth. Oh boy. There's so many star doors left too, it's the crazy part. Okay, let's go back to base so I can get the freaking max CP. Do that now. Okay, this is probably gonna be a boss fight. Oh. Here we go, yep. Is that our exit out of this plane? Doesn't look like there's anything staying between us and it either. Time to make a mad dash for the... Wait. What's up? I can smell the distinctive scent of the underworld. And it grows stronger by the second. What? Are we surrounded by a magic circle then? No. This isn't going to be coming to come from a circle. It's coming from above. What? Oh my gosh, it's spiders. Oh, for those who have arachnophobia, run! Whoa. Spiders. Oh, how cute. They're trying so hard to be intimidating for us, aren't they? These are the three gluttonous arcane sisters, kin of the 77 devils featured in the Testaments. They weave nightmares and consume the souls of those who wander into their labyrinth. So this is what real devils are like, huh? They sure look the part, but they're not gonna be enough to stop us. Let's get nasty! Right.
Come on! Upon the golden wings of Saturn,
Gosh.
Hey!
Christ.
Come on! Upon the golden wings of battle, that man to Upon the golden wings of
Come
battle.
on. There we go. That was rough. Reese learned Artificer 2. Richard learned Sakura Morning Moon. Oh, okay. Morning Moon. Let's do that. Wow. Jeez. What's up with that last one? That was so unfair. That must have been Zigma, the three sisters' mother. And even she was not able to stop us, thankfully. What the? What? That's a... different. That looks like... Who's in that? Sealing stone. Another sealing stone, huh? I honestly figured Ren's was gonna be the last. Yeah, I thought so too. Huh? So I wasn't a pretty stone like that when you found me too? I feel like a princess in a fairy tale. Kinda were like a little princess, actually. I think this one might actually be different. The other stones had a strange sense of warmth when you held them. Not so with this one. Really? Is it because it had something bad in it? No, it doesn't have a usual warmth. It seems to have a cool, almost divine feel to it. Almost as if it might contain the goddess herself within. Sharp as usual. Oh, is it... Swatch with her? Yup. He's here. Who's that? So you decided to show your face again, did you? The priest is still unconscious, I see. What a shame. I was rather surprised to find out that he can only use his stigma's power against heretics. Even the power of that magnitude is meaningless. If it's so limited and such repercussions, I almost pity him. To tell you the truth, I wasn't expecting you to reach this point so quickly. Your final piece is inordinately capable. Oh, might you be referring to me? Thanks to you, I end up having to make my appearance sooner than I was expecting. I suppose I was expecting no less from the host of Gransel's finest tea party. Teehee, that's very true. Regardless, I came to fulfill a duty, and fulfill it I shall. Think of that stone as a gift for gathering all the pieces scattered throughout Phantasma. It contains not an additional piece, but a rule book of sorts that you may find beneficial. A rule book? That certainly explains why it feels different compared to the others. Could this mean that you're finally ready to face us head-on rather than continuously taunting us? Whether that time comes is entirely up to you. For now, all I will say is this. On the next game board, all you will find yourselves face to face with a number of trials to overcome. He's escaping again. Wait a damn minute! Is that all you're gonna say? What kind of trials? A variety in all shapes and sizes. Even I will be one of them. You? Really now? I eagerly anticipate seeing whether you are able to overcome them all and make it to me. Don't disappoint me now. Oh. It's almost if he can't help but try to taunt us. He stays just long enough to say something cryptic, and then leaves before elaborating every single time. Oh, I just love those types. Is something wrong, Estelle? Oh, it's nothing. Anyway, we might have got nothing but cryptic teasers out of him, but we do have a new sealing stone to unlock. I think we should try to head back to the garden and get to it. I agree. I'm quite curious as what this rule book is as well. Yeah, what is this gonna be? Okay. What the fudge? Yeah, I think we have all the people we have that's relevant. Who else? And what is this rule book? It's like a 2-in-1. The way it glows is pretty different compared to all the other sealing stones. You're right. I wonder who's gonna appear out of it now. Huh? Chloe? What, is it the queen? Something wrong? No, it's just... the light radiating, it feels somehow nostalgic. Huh? That comes as no surprise. What? It has to be her ancestor, isn't it? It has to be the ancestor that we mentioned as C. Oh. It's her. What? She looks like Chloe. It is. It has to be, right? I'm so glad I can finally communicate with you like this. I wonder how many hundreds of years it's been since I was able to hold a true conversation. Your Highness. Wait. You aren't... are you? It's a pleasure to have a chance to meet one of my own descendants. And allow me to extend a hand of welcome to all of you visitors to my garden. My name is Celeste. It is her. It is her. Celeste D. Oslis. Wow, it was. That's so cool. Oh my gosh. Labyrinth of Shadows and Light. Oh. Oh, okay. I'm gonna continue the next chapter a little bit and then save. I want to know a little bit more.
You've reached the Emerald City Church. How may I help you?
Oh, is that you, Kevin? I didn't think you'd be there already, so I was just gonna leave a message with the priest.
Oh, hey, Rufina. Yeah, I got here late this morning. How about you? When do you think you'll be getting here?
I'm gonna be a little late, I'm afraid. There's been an accident or something, so the train's been delayed. I probably won't be getting there until this evening now.
Gotcha. I'll wait here till you arrive. I think Reese and the kids will get all bent out of shape if I showed up without you.
Oh, please. I'm sure you're just exaggerating. Although, speaking of Reese, I hope you've been thinking about how you're going to cheer her up.
I got it all planned out. I've been stocking up on souvenirs from every mission that's been going on. Should be enough to snap her out of her funk.
I wouldn't be so sure if I were you. Girls her age are more complex than you think.
Yeah? I guess she's not really a kid anymore. Now that she's 13, but still. Actually, that's about how old you were when we first met, right?
Now that you mention it, it was. How the time flies. Sorry. It looks like the train's about ready to leave. I'm gonna have to go. I'll see you later then, alright? If you get bored of waiting, you're welcome to go on home ahead of me, of course.
Got it. See you later. Man, how time flies is right. Have I not really been home in 2 years? And I guess that makes 9 since I met Rufina. I hope Reese isn't too grumpy when we finally get there.
Kevin!
What is it, Father? Has something bad happened?
Well, I've just received word that someone spotted a group of men dressed in all black at the edge of town. What's worse is they were supposed to be heading for the mountain path.
You don't think?
If they were, Astor House must be their target, I fear. Do you have any idea what could be going on?
I wish I did. I doubt it's anything to do with the Grosritter, at least. I think I should go and check it out just in case.
Please do. Oh, do you know when Rufina's going to be arriving, by the way?
This evening, by the sounds of it. She said her train's been delayed. When she arrives, can you let her know what happened? Damn it. Jaegers. Seems like there's anywhere between 5 and 10 of them. But what could they want with a gospel facility to begin with? The longer they're allowed to be in there, the more danger the kids are in. I'm gonna have to try and handle this alone. It's time to put my combat skills to good use.
Chapter 6. The Guardian's Trials. Ooh. Celeste? Wasn't that the name we saw in those data crystals? That's right. According to those, she was the de facto leader of the group of ancients who sealed away the Oriel. She was also the founder of Libero's current royal family. I'm glad to see the information left behind ended up proving useful to someone. It really did. So then you're really the founder of Libero's royal family? Not technically. I'm not the real Celestial Sleece. Think of me as something of a shadow. Or a partial copy of her personality created in order to influence Phantasma from within. How could you be only a partial copy? The truth behind you is apparently more complicated than we thought. You don't appear to be a spirit of some kind, though. I see that now. This is correct. Like what? She's like an AI, like, part of this place? Like she's like a computer system? That is correct. Before I try to explain just what I am, I should probably tell you more about the world we are in this first. You could do that? Hehe, this should be interesting. Okay. As you are aware, the land in which you stand is called Phantasma. This is a world belonging to a higher plane of existence, created several thousand of years ago by the Oriel. Its purpose was to act as a subsystem for the Oriel in order to incorporate and process the will of the Liber Arc's populace. One might call it a self-organized world designed to realize countless possible others as necessary. Pardon? You lost me. Yeah, isn't there a simpler way to explain this? Well, while not technically correct, perhaps you could think of it this way. Phantasma is like a fictitious realm created by the Oriel in order to fulfill humanity's every wish and desire. That's better. What exactly qualifies Phantasma as fictitious? I can't help but think of it far too real to be a land of pure fantasy. When I said fictitious world, I don't mean it to suggest Phantasma is a complete lie. It's more like a shadow graph, or a kaleidoscope. It has its own laws and can change to reflect countless different possibilities. Does this make the concept any easier for you to understand? Somewhat, yes.
And suddenly the name Phantasma seems to be much more appropriate.
As I stated previously, it was a subsystem of the Oriel rather than being the Oriel itself, and it helped to grant people's desires. They were separate entities, but effectively like the two sides of the same coin. The relationship caught up our eye as we were devising the sealing mechanism. You mean the mechanism used to seal away the Oriel? That was also in those data crystals left behind? Exactly. At first we thought our plan would be impossible to execute. After all, the Oriel had absolute control over space itself and was able to influence mankind's every action. Even after coming upon the idea of temporarily freezing and imprisoning it with a gravity barrier, we had no way to implement our plans. Without that, they were simply ideas with no real meaning. We were effectively at a total loss. You had discovered your foe's weakness, but had no way to take advantage of it. That must have been quite the frustrating predicament. Indeed. And yet our perseverance rewarded us with the development of something that could take advantage of that weakness. The Recluse cube. Oh, the cube. Is that what is this known as then? Yes, that is the only object in existence able to interact with Phantasma without relying on the Oriel as an intermediary. So let's use that to create a partial copy of her personality, that is me, inside Phantasma. And once inside, I began working to sabotage Phantasma's functionality by using this garden as my base of operations. As a result of my efforts, the Oriel's processing ability was hindered just long enough for the plan to be executed. He who catches his foe off guard wins the battle. The same principle applies to martial arts too. It sounds like you really put a lot of thought into playing everything. Maybe, but I can't deny that luck played a part in the end. Once the Oriel was sealed away, my work was done, and I fell into a deep sleep here. My reason being that if the Oriel were ever unsealed, I might be able to provide assistance to the people of that time. I'm pleased you've been able to handle it just fine without my help, however. Luck's played a huge part for us, too, though. We're not even sure where the Oriel is now. As far as we're aware, it disappeared during all that happened at the Liber Arc. I thought as much. I was able to confirm the Oriel's disappearance from here within Phantasma too. When I did so, I thought my purpose for existing was finally over, and that all that was left for me and this land was to embrace a slow and peaceful destruction. But that was not to be. Soon the Lorem Phantasma appeared. So that's when it happened. Quite a recent development I see. The Lorem Phantasma appeared out of nowhere, sealing all my powers before I was even aware what happened. After doing so, they began to make Phantasma in accordance to their own designs. Both this world's current structure and the plans that make it up were all of Lorem Phantasma's creations. Looks like your fear was correct, man. Still, that makes it sound like...
Yeah. So you don't know who that masked bastard is either, then?
I'm afraid not. Their every action thus far has been a mystery. Ordinarily, they should have not been able to gain access to this world in the first place. And I'm afraid I have no idea what they are trying to achieve by bringing all of you in here and testing you. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, that's the part we want to know most of all. I only wish I could be more help. The only thing I could say about them is that I suspect the Lorem Phantasma is currently in the 7th plane. Oh, and we're in the... Okay. There's a 7th? What makes you think that? That was the first plane they created after appearing in this world. Just what kind of place that plane is, I don't know. But I can sense dark, inhuman thoughts from there, and they're spraying out across the whole of Phantasma. That doesn't sound good. Then we'll be seeing them after the next one, won't we? Yeah, we just finished the 5th when we came back here. Presumably, they're waiting for us at the 7th. The 7th. The time to fight them head on may not be that far off.
I was getting tired of waiting.
As was I. It seems that at the end might finally be in sight. Now, if only we had some sort of inkling as to what the Loa Phantasma is trying to achieve.
Actually, I just might.
Oh, it's... Hey, who's back? Kevin? You're up. It's good to see you again, Father.
You too. Wasn't expecting you of all people to get an invitation here. Or you, for that matter, little lady.
I'm sure you weren't. I got something I want to ask you. But I suppose that can wait till later.
For sure.
Are you sure you're feeling alright?
Right as rain. I'm feeling just great. All that sleep must have done me a lot of good. I see you guys made a whole lot of progress when I was out cold too.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Kevin Graham. Or maybe I don't need to introduce myself since you seem to know a thing or two about everyone who's coming here so far.
True. I was able to tell you what was happening at the Liber Arc from the garden. And now of all the people here, you are the one closest to the truth of what is happening here. Am I wrong? What?
No, I don't think you are. I can't pretend to be much of an expert on what Phantasma itself is. But I got a pretty good idea as to who's responsible for all of this. I can only think of one person twisted enough to put us all through what we've been through.
Wait, is someone you know?
You could say that, yeah. The short version is, you're a real piece of work. A cunning, arrogant, cold-hearted son of SOB who doesn't even see people as people. That sums about what we're dealing with.
Sounds like a real awful guy. And who, may I ask, is that you're talking about?
Well, about that. Would you willing be to just wait a bit longer for that answer to that one? I'm pretty sure I'm right, but I'm still missing one last thing that let me be completely certain. And I think we'll just find out just what that is in the 6th plane.
And here I thought we were finally going to get the answer. Okay. Oh, is this going to be Wiseman? No. I mean, I could see some shenanigans with that, actually. Maybe it's a spirit. Is there a reason you can't share your fear as is?
Yeah, I realize I'm asking a lot after we come so far. But I promise that soon as I know for sure, I'll talk. I swear on the goddess's name and on the church's emblem. Well, I don't see any reason to say no.
Likewise, he's got his reasons. It's not often you ask us for favors, so I can let it slide. No problem here. If you say wait, I'll wait. It feels as though we can trust your judgment, Kevin, so I have no objections either. Me neither. I don't really care as long as I get to have my fun. I believe we're all in agreement then. Yep, consider this one settled. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Anyway, now that I'm up, I'm also down to take lead again. And I appreciate if you back me up.
No problem. It seems like you're all ready to move on. While you're advancing for the 6th plane, I'll do all I can on my end to find out more about the 7th. Of course, if you need my support, I'll be happy to provide it for the cube and the monuments as I always have.
Now that you mention it, we really haven't thanked you for all that help you've given us since we got here, have we? Thanks, Celeste. We could have done this without you. We couldn't have done this without you.
We truly are in your debt. Please think nothing of it. I am but a shadow, placed here with a duty to fulfill. I believe helping you to be part of that duty. If I may, allow me to help you however I can.
Will do. Sorry for worrying you too, Reese, but I'm just fine now. So please just leave everything to me. I'm begging you.
Only if you promise me one thing.
What is it?
I will make you promise not to put yourself in danger or to overdo it. But don't do anything that would make Rufina sad.
You really know how to hit a guy where it hurts, don't you?
So? Will you promise?
Yeah, I promise. I swear on her name I won't.
Oh, wow. Okay. I think we're gonna have
Let's
Joshua,
move out.
Ren, and Estelle.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I'm gonna stop for now. Chapter 6. Okay, guys, thank you guys for stopping by. This was an amazing session. Oliver's door has to be the best door. it foreshadowed so many things, and I don't know what to expect. So and he is so great as a character. And yeah, the whole thing with Lecter and Chloe, that them getting a closure kind of. I think they'll see each other again, maybe. But until then, guys, I will be back with this game soon. We'll be in the 6th chapter. Well, we're very close to the end, it feels like. And yeah, for those watching on YouTube, leave a like and subscribe for the VOD if you'll be notified when the VOD comes up. For those who want to know when I'm live, you can follow me on Twitch, on Twitter, and join a Discord server. You can talk with peeps and also get notified of when I'm live as well. Until then, guys, stay safe and take care, okay? Until then, see ya.